little bit clumsy on land, but when they enter the water, it does mean they can tuck their feet right up underneath themselves, and they don't get in the way of that wonderful streamlined body at all. So hopefully, here comes good old Sedge. Hopefully Sedge's going to go for a swim for you today and show you how beautifully they swim. Penguins train us, we don't train them unfortunately. A little bit like naughty children on occasions. Now Sassy, this is our youngest bird, Sassy here. You can see, having a look around the enclosure, our birds have nesting boxes, and if you look carefully on the back of the nest boxes, you'll see they have the penguins' initials written on the back, because our very clever penguins can read, of course, and know which boxes to use. They do tend to use the same boxes, and they do protect. So we have 3 birds. Sassy amongst them. Nemo and Jojo were born to be rescued either as injured adults or orphan chicks. So that's a pretty good, healthy population. Now, if you've already had a wander around the island, you'll be wondering, where are all these penguins I'm talking about? Haven't made it up. The fact is, little penguins, unless they're breeding or molting, spend all their daylight hours out in the water fishing. So, injured. So there are a few birds on the island. If you listen carefully, you'll hear growling noises coming from the bushes, or perhaps purring noises. They have many different calls, all sounding, funnily enough, like different animals. But they are penguins getting ready to nest. Even though you'll know exactly where the penguins are and you'll look at the bushes, you're very unlikely to spot them. They hide themselves extremely well. They're very, very shy, nervous birds. Like you wouldn't really let them miss their lunch. So you really can see that these birds, or why these birds are considered to be the most specialised. They use the same muscles to propel themselves through the water as flying birds used to fly. And I'll see if I can persuade Skip and Sassy that they've done enough pruning. This is Jojo. Jojo is the other bird I mentioned who hatched out here. Jojo is very, very spoiled. And seeing me just move around there was enough to get Jojo out of bed, because Jojo thinks I'm going to be soft and give him his lunch down there rather than have to climb up onto the rocks. Like other birds who molt progressively throughout the year, penguins molt all their feathers over a 2 or 3 week period. In this period they are completely land-bound, they're no longer waterproof, and so of course they can't go fishing. So to survive that 2 or 3 week fasting period, just the right size was it, they need to double their weight. Now, an example of how much they can actually eat in one day, Piggy, surprisingly enough, holds the record for eating the most amount of fish in one day. Piggy has managed to put away nearly 200 of these fish in a 4-hour period.